Hey everyone, welcome to Radical Geek. So it's good to see you guys. Check out all the people. Let's see, we've got Hungry Heath who was first today, and Sky. Hey Sky, good to see you. And slaying it. I love this name. And Dyson says hello because now he's discovered where I am. So let's see. And Sharon is here, and Jackie. Hey, good evening. And Pat. Hey Pat, I'm glad you got to see here too. Ooh, I love ham and cheese rolls. Oh, and Rickwin is here, and Janice, and Gigi's here. Just Jen. Hey, Jen. I'm loving your Vlogmas, by the way. For those of you who don't know, we've got lots of other streamers here, so we can check out all their channels. Let's see, Airfry and Auntie, one of our awesome, super amazing moderators. And Attila's here, who is my other moderator and best companion ever, of course. Let's see. Oh, I'm losing track already. And Hungry Heath. Okay, I already said Hungry Heath because he was first. I think I'm all caught up there. So, okay. So, anyways, we're going to be short today. I could have gone to bed like 2 hours ago. Like, I started out this morning having slept and slept and slept and slept. And then I'm like, oh, great, I'm all fine. And then the more I did, like, just little things, even though I did a lot of sitting, I was really worn down quickly. So I'm clearly not there. So what I did was, even though I would normally do everything on camera, I actually just did it in little teeny bits and got it all basically ready. So tonight's not maybe the grandest demo. We're not doing a demo, but I did put all of the recipes into the description. So as soon as it publishes, that's all there. And I can tell you what I did. Let's see. Oh, and Sky says I'm not the same color as my background today. That's true. And that is because, I don't know if you've been here since I got the orange cloth, but that really helped a lot. Even though it's linen and requires laundered more frequently, that's okay. It definitely looks better on the camera. And I got some extra lights up top, which seems to have helped as well. So still more improvements that could be done, but each time we do some, it's a little bit better. So that's good. Let's see. I missed some things and now I can't read the screen. Anyway, so what I did today, let's get my coffee going. Man, I need my coffee. So, but we're not doing fancy coffee. I'm even got the cheater so that I can dump out the grounds into the compost bucket and throw it right into the dishwasher. This is my coffee gator. So it is glass, so it's not that great for travel, but it has the permanent, which means my coffee does get more silt in it. But, it still tastes good. And we haven't used it in a long time, so let's do that. And the coffee of the evening is, gosh, which one did I pull? Oh, this was actually, it's a fresh time coffee. It was a Brazilian roast. I believe I've almost finished it off. So, I'm putting too much coffee. I put one too many scoops. What was I thinking, you guys? I'm just blindly pouring coffee into there. But and it's a Brazilian blend. I really enjoy it. It's nice. It's got a little nutty roast to it. Let's start with the usual, the bloom, and then I will squint again and read some more comments. So that's another problem. Blooming is hard because there's no stop or anything to prevent it from leaking right through. But it's still, as long as you don't put too much water, it's fine. So it's plus, and the coffee still comes out quite tasty in it. Let's see. Oh, I can't read it. Okay. Anyways, I'm struggling to read tonight. I don't know what the difference is or why it seems so much smaller. So, oh well. Anyways, and Renee says she likes the orange, and and Red Wine's here. Hey, good to see you. I don't have a cheese joke tonight, and I haven't seen Carrie. I hope that he's not feeling under the weather, because usually he's here with the jokes for us. someone else is going to have to fill the gap. So, and Air Fried Annie says the Spiciverse gal is having a Harvey & Sons hot cinnamon spice tea. Ooh, that does sound nice. I think that sounds great. I would say that if you're spice adverse, instead of the buffalo that I am using, which I have integrated some of HungryHeath's Moist ClownTears, but I cut it with cholula. I would say you might even want to not just cut it with cholula, use all cholula, or take it in a different, away from the buffalo, and instead of buffalo, make it a garlicky gringo. And that would also taste good. So what I did was I made my batter. Excuse me. And very dry as well. I don't know if that's part of the reaction as well, but I could not get enough to drink today. I'll probably regret that overnight. So I'm going to go ahead and do the first round of water. That's the other thing with the filter being really small, is to do 4 cups. We'll have to do multiple iterations. But that's all right. We'll let it go. The other thing I did was I made buffalo chicken dip, and I did put the recipe, even though I'm pretty sure anybody who comes to this live stream knows how to make buffalo chicken dip. If not, you should 100% try it out. It's delicious. And it's great with pork rinds or with celery or with any other number of things. But I just took my buffalo chicken dip and I patted into a disc that will fit right into these the waffle maker. I think that's a great thing. Possibly it would have been smart had I lightly froze it, because I know when I do fillings that have a lot of cream cheesiness to them, that sometimes it does kind of leach out or get into the batter. Let's see. Oh, Renee says she actually woke in the middle of the night and had a few spoonfuls of the pumpkin sausage soup. Stuff is like crack. It is. That stuff is so good. All right. I'm ready to put batter in the bottom. Needs a little stir. And back to the usual, it's thinner, which you want for these stuffed waffles. Don't let that fool you. A little bit thinner is good. And you just make sure that you get a good coating on the bottom. Remember, you want a lot of your structure for the bottom, and then basically just to lightly cover the top. And that's real important because it'll rise up, but also it's cooking this whole time. And now I'll look at my disc and gently place it in there. Perfection. And we pour our batter on top. This one doesn't have any allulose like the previous iteration from the one we did before. However, I did just super overfill it. So we'll get to have some of that excitement. We'll just close it real fast. That's okay. Whatever leaks out, leaks out. Just means that tomorrow, when I really am 100% better, I have to scrub this thing. That's the only thing. These waffle makers, all waffle makers, are a pain to clean. But ultimately, it's all right. They're not that terrible. Really, you just have to be not afraid to scrub them, and then you just leave them and lay it open to dry. As long as you do that, it's fine. But everything is good and covered. We'll give it a bit. It will also be darker because it has hot sauce in the batter. So the buffalo chicken dip is cream cheese, cheddar cheese, hot sauce, and shredded rotisserie type chicken. So salted pepper. So and I can't remember if I put garlic in it or not, but garlic is a nice to add. And then the batter I put in there, this is just my standard whey protein isolate batter, only then I added a little bit of chopped green onion, and more hot sauce. You really want to add a lot of the hot sauce to buffalo to highlight that buffalo flavor with it. It's making a lot of good sizzle. Yes, this is different. This is not the MCT oil. This is the Moist ClownTears HungryHeath hot sauce. And let me tell you, I tried it out on some eggs, and it is hot, but it's also very tasty. If you might recall when I talk about heat, I love the heat. However, the heat also has to taste good. Oh, let's see. So the other thing that I did was I made blue cheese dressing. It has been a super long time since we've made blue cheese dressing on this channel. And so I kind of feel bad that I didn't make it here. But I knew I just couldn't, it just wasn't in me today. But I will share it with you another time. We'll do it. But the difference between my standard blue cheese dressing and this one is that while I was at the grocery, they had containers of smoked blue cheese crumbles. So that's what I used because I thought it would pair really well with all of the buffalo flavors and really help mellow down the heat. My coffee is getting neglected, you guys. This is why I hardly ever use this one. You know, you've noticed that the other times when we use the pour-overs, we can just do it in like 2 pours. And this one, we're going to have to do a whole bunch. Put that down to continue holding the temp. So let's see. I'm just trying to see here. Let's see. Oh, Exchange Student 2 says thanks for the ingredients in the description. You know it. I do try to get those recipes in there, but today I made an extra effort. Oh, that's right. Just Jen is asking if everyone ordered keto bricks today. If you weren't aware, earlier today at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, they released their mint chocolate brick. So if you like keto bricks and you like mint chocolate, today was the day to get your order in for some bricks. I saw that 2 Crazy Keto did a review, and they seemed to like it enough that they said they were ordering a 30-day supply. And Sky says hello to everyone. Having difficulties tagging people on the phone. Let's see. Oh, Jackie says the pecan sticky bun keto chow got the last of the spending fund monies. Yeah, it's tough sometimes. All of these things cost quite a lot, so I had every intention of ordering the mint keto bricks, but I didn't actually do it, and I don't know if there will be keto bricks left by the time that I can. So, que sera, sera. You know what? We actually have some keto bricks already, so worst case, if we need some, we'll order our good old standby of the chocolate peanut butter. Exchange Student 2 says they haven't actually tried keto bricks, and they're not really that much into mint. You know, chocolate mint is one of those controversial flavors. I see people all the time who super hate it, and then there's the other spectrum like me who are like all of the chocolate mint. So I love that. I love that it's one of those strange hybrids. Oh, HungryHeath is happy that I like the MCT. He was worried that that both me and Renee would not approve and it would not be hot enough. Oh, it's hot. It's plenty hot enough. Like I said, my personal preference is that I think it would be nice with a little bit of that acidity, that little vinegar pop at the end. But I don't know if you could pull it off with that flavor profile because it might go to the bitter side instead and get too sour. So, but it's good. I like it. And when you are doing membership drives where you will send the bottles of that out for donation, you should let us know. We'll take care of it. Let's see, who do we got here? Oh, and Air Fried Annie is also not fond of the mint in chocolate. Oh, and Sky ordered 25 pounds of rib roast that was on sale and cut it into steaks. Nice. I love doing that, but that also wasn't in the cards for me today. I'm just like right in between. My pay cycle is next week, and I've got stuff that's got to be paid for. So, and Sky, no, you are not the only person who does not like keto bricks. They are an acquired taste. I love them, but I also like them because they're not sweet and they've got a really high salt profile. Uh, Ebbs and flows though, like I don't always want to eat them. Usually when I want to eat them is summertime when we are doing a lot of outdoor cycling, and then you get home and because you can't take them with you, but you're tired, you're exhausted, and for whatever reason, a part of those keto bricks will usually sit really nice. They also work well for powering up to go out to cycle. Okay, it's still sticky and it's not ready yet. Oh, and Exchange Student 2 says her daughter used to tip according to how many mitts she got at Olive Garden. Oh, yeah, I remember that when we used to go to an Olive Garden, and like sometimes you would only get two, and that would be, and you'd have two people at the table, so everyone gets one, so you each got one measly little mint, or for whatever reason, they would bring you like this giant pile of them, and everybody would have like 10, and you'd be like, hey, anybody else want Andy's candies? I liked when they gave us the great big pile. So, let's see. Oh, let's see. Oh, Rickwin said, yeah, that, oh yeah, we all agree that, Sky, that you got a great deal on that. Oh, and Red Wines also is not a fan of the keto bricks. Oh, that's, don't worry. If you guys wind up with keto bricks, you could just get rid of them this direction. I will have no qualms taking them off your hands. I love them. I just really like that it's got a chocolatey background, but it's more of a savory eating. And I think that's actually the same thing that makes a lot of people not like it as much. Also, a lot of people don't like the texture, which is true. It does have a quick melt and sometimes has like a little bit of a grain texture to it. Which I can see why there are people who don't care for that. For me, it's not a bother. My kid can't stand them, but everybody else here loves it. So, Renee, I actually only wound up getting the COVID vaccine, and then I had to go to another location for the flu shot. I was originally slated to get the COVID update, the flu shot, and the pneumonia vaccine all in one go. I have no idea what happened at the clinic, but I got there and the clinic was closed due to unforeseen circumstances. And then I was like, well, thanks for letting me know. So I was kind of mad. And just by random, I went to the pharmacy is also right across from the clinic. I went there and I was like, hey, so like, did they leave instructions on rescheduling appointments or something with the clinic? And they were like, you have an appointment? And I was like, yes. And they said, hold on, what's your name? And then they were all irritated because they were like, oh, looks like they just moved your appointment to here at the pharmacy. Nice of them to let us know. And I was like, that's what I just said. So we had a good chuckle, and they were like, we actually don't have the flu vaccine here, so you'll have to go to this other clinic, and they just take walk-ins. So I did a bunch of other things instead, and then went and got my booster. So I got that. Oh, it was just, so I was just like very unhappy about the whole ordeal. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Oh, and Exchange Student 2 says Menards has those Andes mints for $1.99, which is a pretty good price. Yeah, I think that is a good price. And HungryHeath says he adds more salt to his keto brick. You know what? Some of those flavors are good with a little sprinkle of flake salt on it. Guys, it's prime delicious waffle time. I gotta unplug it. Hopefully I don't rip out the bottom. My waffle maker's unbalanced. Give me a second. There we go. Woohoo! All right. Come on. It didn't want to release because I poured too much batter in. There we go. So I've got some extra little waffle crumbles from the sides. Check it out. Perfection. And I'm burning my fingers. See how I love you guys? I burned my fingers. I'm going to set it down now and stop that. So, there it is. I couldn't find my silverware. See, this, I told you, I am absolutely just fried. And I have zero reason to be fried. When I say I slept a lot yesterday, I mean, I went to bed about 5:30 in the afternoon, and I slept in this morning. Oh, Bluegrass Girl's here. Glad to see you. And ordered 7 keto bricks. Hey, J-Dog. Let's see. So, speaking of weird things that we ordered, I still have a Keto Crate subscription. You guys, that Keto Crate was supposed to be here like over a week ago, and it keeps rescheduling to the next day. And it was even updated to say it was going to be delivered today by 9 p.m. But it says package is awaiting acceptance at the depot. I have no clue what that means, but I feel like my Keto Crate is either damaged or missing, and they just haven't actually pushed the wording to say so. So let me open this up. Oh. Unfortunately, because again, it's the same color, you can't really see the filling. Plus, I've got my big white Discord shirt on. But it is so creamy because all of that dip just kind of melted in the heat. But you can see there's, well, you can't see when I hold it over my white shirt. But so there's the dip. And it did not sink into the waffle. It came out just right. And Sky says, vaccination brain is real. Yes, I am so scatterbrained. It's crazy. It's too hot. I gotta let it sit for a little bit more. And we are almost done with coffee. So let's see. Good night, Red Wine. Thanks for stopping in. Now it's nice to see you here. Hellos. Let's see. Oh, Airfry90 said she had a keto chow that said awaiting acceptance thing, and it came the next day. So here's hoping. Yeah, maybe they're just way behind. I mentioned that, and now a lot of stuff is starting to ship for OhioCon. A lot of the games for our Play to Win. And I sent her a message. I was like, hey, you know, I know normally we wouldn't start this until another couple weeks, but maybe we should start getting those now because of how unreliable shipping has been. And all of a sudden I started getting shipping notices, so it's good. So my blue cheese dip is looking awesome. I'm going to take one big, huge bite. Oh, spicy. Delicious. Yes. So, I just knew we hadn't made these buffalo waffles before. I thought it sounded like a great idea. I have another stuffed waffle recipe to share with you guys too, but not tonight, obviously. I gotta get me a cup of coffee going. I don't care that it's still dripping a little bit. I need some. But, yeah, so like for the people who are spice averse, maybe the buffalo sauces are not the greatest choice. But like I said, you could absolutely go with like, instead of buffalo, kick it to a hatch green chili or a roasted poblano. I also think that instead of the hot sauce, you could mix in the garlicky gringo salsa to your cream cheese and your cheddar mixture. and that would be amazing. And that garlicky gringo into the waffle batter will also be delicious. So if you are spice averse, there are things you can do to switch it up and it would still come out really, really good. If you eat nuts, I will tell you that oh gosh, I can't even remember how, it might have been almost a year when we made cheese balls, and I made that hatch green chili and cheese ball, wrapped it, and then I rolled it in pecans. That was delicious. You could mix some pecans into that hatch green chili with the chicken, use a Monterey Jack cheese instead. There you go. And instead of blue cheese, but don't use blue cheese dressing, just use salsa on the side. Oh, let's see. Oh, Slayin, it says there's a company shortage on our ADHD meds, so Friday was awful at work. Total fog brain. Oh, yeah, the medication shortages are kind of getting tough. So, yep. Yeah, hoping that there aren't more issues next month. I know. I knew that it was getting hard for a little bit, but it is really getting rough too. Like we actually, I noticed that the heavy cream is getting short again. So it is what it is, though. We'll get through it. It may not be easy, but we will manage. You might also look at some foreign sources for the medication. You would probably still need to have a new script for it, but sometimes they have supply. I mean, I know it's not the ideal way, but often it still costs less than our copays, and they have it. So that's an option for some of them, not all of them. No, and Renee says, Chase, depend on that with patients, but it's a must to think clearly. Absolutely. I know that a lot in the keto community gets very worked up about medications, but listen, there is a time and a place for medications. Medications are proven science. Are some medications overused or used as a crutch? Yes. But that does not mean every medicine is bad or used that way. So you know your body and what it needs and what works and what doesn't work. And so in conjunction with your healthcare professional, take your medicines when they are useful for you. So let's see. Oh, and J-Dog's thinking of formulating a Southwest smoked cheddar sausage soup. Researching various recipes and doctoring it up for us. Awesome. I may have some tips for you tomorrow based off of a recipe that I want to do when I can be outside to film. Yeah. All right, guys. I am A, hungry, B, I gotta go sit down. So I am pleased as punch to see you guys. It's great. I don't have any nerd facts for you tonight. I do. I feel like I could get nerdy and I could start talking about that whole anime and cartoons are two genres, except for they're also related. So, but I actually just want to go and sit down in my chair and eat half of this waffle and then lay down. So, but I do appreciate you guys tuning in. I know we could have stayed longer. And Attila's sending a link on an alternative prescription place. So, yeah. Isolated. You're right. Electrolyte up. I definitely could have some more before bed. Thank you. And thanks for the well wishes. I appreciate that. So I hope that you guys enjoy the recipes. Let me know if you have questions or you need assistance doctoring it up to suit your needs. I'll be glad to help with that tomorrow. Good night, everyone.